Now, you also demoed the community portal. Could you tell us a little bit about that, how that works?
The community portal, what we're trying to do with the community portal is that the same idea again is that we're trying to dive right deep into the Web 2.0 era, where that's just one person is going to be developing everything. Cisco can't develop all the features that everybody wants. However, we know that a lot of networking instructors and other people, they know a lot about networking. They have these great ideas because they live it and teach it all the time. But they don't really have the knowledge, some of them, to implement it. So, but they know computer science students do. So the idea is to kind of merge all these together and have them build little applications off of these. But the other thing is this community is kind of a set that's really open, in that everything in there is kind of shared among everybody. So if, for example, I see an application that is really cool, but it doesn't really fit my needs, I have the ability to talk to the person who did it, or maybe just hire some other people to kind of help me change it to the way I want.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really neat. Now you're looking for development partners, and I'll ask you about that, and then I'll ask Isak about that too. But you had a little bit of discussion about development partners. I think how does somebody get into the community portal? How would somebody access it? Do they need to contact you and get access to it?
They can contact me, or they can contact Dennis or Isak, anybody that's in the, or Brad Anderson, who's our project manager.
Okay.
And we basically create an account. That's all there is to it.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, Isak, I wanted to ask you a few questions here.
Sure.
Who can get involved in this? Let's say somebody's watching this, they want to get involved.
Yeah, well, primarily we are interested in our Cisco Networking Academy community because initially we created Packet Tracer, we created the curriculum for them. And we feel that our community is the closest people that understand the Packet Tracer and the networking education world probably better than anybody else. So we would like to engage our Cisco networking community first. We understand that to do co-development, probably the profile that is required for a person to co-develop application may not be in many of our instructors. So at some point, institutions that may be interested may need to talk to some other groups in their own institution that may have the skill set that you need to co-develop. I'm thinking about computer science departments or programming groups that eventually could cooperate with them. So the person that's closest to Packet Tracer and to networking may generate that idea and eventually may need to partner with somebody else to implement that idea, to program that idea. So creating a little bit of these multifunctional groups and cross-functional groups.
It's great, almost a little business environment where you've got somebody that knows networking working with somebody that knows programming, and they collaborate to put something together. That's a great idea.
Correct. The other thing that we also like to do is there are many institutions, education institutions in the world that probably do not have a particular interest in the Cisco Networking Academy. They may be 4 or 5 year universities that are more in the academic theoretical part of the world. They are not interested in teaching our courses, but they teach their own networking classes. And one of the things that we feel is Cisco may be able to provide some value even to those classes that are not necessarily our curriculum, but maybe something like Packet Tracer that makes teaching networking a more effective process. So the success that we've had with the Academy is something that we think could be eventually used by other institutions, universities that may be interested in parts of the things that we do, and particularly Packet Tracer. We would like to encourage them, first of all, to explore the use of Packet Tracer, and eventually when they do, if they have the capacity to produce external applications or their own activities, their own content, that can be more appropriate to what they need, to do so as well.
That's great. Now, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, on one of your slides, I think you had contests. You got some thoughts on what kind of contests you'll have?
Well, there's always that element of motivation where you have people competing for something. We very recently started developing something I would call NetSpace, which is the equivalent of the website for our students. And one of the things that in in which we engage our students very, very often is in contests, competitions, about anything, right? Our students are natural competitors. We feel that eventually we could do the same with developing external applications. You could have developed contests to have instructors or developers compete, for the best external application of that. So these are motivational elements that people like. People like to participate in something if there's a competition involved, right? You're always in that.
That's exciting. Now, how can people join you guys? If somebody's watching this, what should they do? I know I asked this a little earlier, but maybe you could give us a little more info.
Yeah, I think given the way we have structured our academies, if they're close to an academy, the best way is to contact their own academy. If you know an instructor of an academy, or you know somebody, an administrator of an academy, if you contact them, they may be the best way to get to us. But if you don't, the best way probably would be to email to some of us. I mean, it could be Dennis, Mark, or myself, because we will be glad to answer them. We probably don't.
Just to add one reason that we really want to route people, even if you're not in the academy now, to an academy is just basic support. We have this very evolved support model and communication model. So we don't want to create expectations or start relationships that we can't support and nurture. And so if we do that without trying to bootstrap off the existing academy structure, it gets more difficult. So that's part of it.
That's a great one.
That's great. Now, is there a website people can look at if they're interested?
Sure. For general the program, the academy, if you go to cisco.netacad.net, which is our website, you will find basic information about how to become an academy, or how to contact us, or how to locate an academy, which is what we would like to promote, because of what Dennis said, ideally, some of the pilots that we're exploring have an academy coordinating this effort on our behalf, because we have the support mechanisms in place. They know how to contact us, and that would be probably the easiest way. One of the things that worry us about extending the use of Packet Tracer as extending the use of the program is the business model and the support model. We have a strong business and support model for our academies. We don't have something for the outside, and we don't want to start creating that.
Sure. Okay, we certainly had incredible impact. I'm amazed. A million people using this is just an amazing number. It's fantastic.
I just want to state for the record, we don't have that verified. That's an estimate.
Well, you got hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
I think you can safely say that, right?
Probably what we can say is we've had about more than 2 million people that have already gone through or graduated from our program. We have an average of 700,000 students per year now coming through our program, and about 500,000 are CCNA students. So we can safely say that at least 500,000 students per year are using Packet Tracer, given the way that we are made it integral part of our curriculum today.
That's great. Well, thank you. It's a great product, and we really appreciate you coming out here for this conference. Thank you.
Our pleasure, and we appreciate the partnership.
We just want to commend NSF and MPICT for, we don't get a chance to interact with this mix of people easily. So by bringing all these people together in 2 days, conferences periodically, it's invaluable for us professionally as well. So thank you.
Good. We'll have to give you more of those opportunities. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.